Start digging in your butt, Swim.
Hello and welcome to Rantcraft. This is a political Minecraft series wherein I talk about politics and play Minecraft. Right now, I have a cat being held against her will. I'm trying to keep her away from my computer so that she will not turn my PC off while recording again. This is the third take? No, this is the fourth take. I'm recording this for a fourth time. The first two times, I just kind of didn't say the things I wanted to. And this third time, I really just fucked up the audio like so bad. I don't even know what I did. I know that I was able to make it fixable in the future. Like basically, whenever I'd upload it to YouTube, it would just be way too fucking loud. Just obscenely fucking loud. And now it's only mildly fucking loud, and I can adjust it so that way if I do upload it to YouTube and I get that glitch again, you know, I can at least tone down the game volume, because I don't know why that upload just made it so that the fucking game noises were horrific. Anyway, today's episode, instead of, you know, this big picture shit I've been on, you know, the picture pill, so to speak, it's actually just more about something that annoys me, and that is the fact that we used to have the night to ourselves, right? Like at some point in history, yeah, it wasn't perfect. I'm not saying like the 1950s or, you know, the medieval era was perfect, but what the fuck? Did that get rid of the stone? What? What? Okay. Did it drop cobblestone? Hold on, I think this mod by... Alright, so I have 55 dirt. I have 62 dirt. I got 4 dirt. There's 9 blocks. My amount of cobblestone did not change. Okay, it just deletes it. That is good to know. Okay. Anyway. But you know, we used to like sort of have the nights to ourselves. Before the invention of the flashlight or any gay shit like right? We would fucking do everything at night, right? Everything that wasn't working on our little peasant farm, making like, you know, 1 shoku of rice a year per person. Every single thing that wasn't that, we did at night, right? And then some asshole was like, you know what? I want to see at night. And I can't particularly blame him, but like he can really just go fuck himself, right? So awesome. We got our little, you know, lights. We got our fucking doohickeys, right? And we're like, guess I have to work in the fucking factory at night. And this is the, oh, I was using the wrong pickaxe. Woo. I mean, honestly, the only thing I wanted here was dirt. Anyway, and what I'm doing here is I am I think I fucked it up. Okay, the kitty is licking me. Awesome, awesome. Alright, I'm making a farm, right? My idea. Oop. You know, a block for each one to place its shitty little melons. Boom, right? And then we... Okay, anyway, back to the subject at hand. I was thinking a little too hard about the Minecraft aspect of, you know, whatever the fuck it is I do. Anyway, you know, some asshole made the flashlight or the flashlight, and great, you know, awesome. Now I have to do shit at night, but whatever, you know, because this did come with at least more like guarantees of like being able to eat every night, so I can't say that sucked, you know. that was pretty based and, you know, I'll say it, red-pilled of them. And then when, you know, we finally got used to it, they're like, actually, you can have the night back. So long as, you know, you do it at my businesses. And usually, like, what happened, right? We started fucking opening these goddamn businesses and saying, oh, they're open at night. And we had businesses open at night before, you know, the more modern century, right? Even before the invention of the flashlight. But I mean, when the flashlight, I keep saying the fucking flashlight, when the light bulb was invented, what that did was make it so that a lot of classes of people pretty much had to work. And they had to work at night specifically, which fucking sucked. And so we fixed this by having businesses open at night. Awesome, great. And then what did we do after that? We made it so that there weren't businesses open at night. And I think that's honestly one of our worst moves yet. You know, fucking ever since COVID, right? We haven't had shit. We haven't had shit to ourselves. It's been fucking like, oh, you know, put in the work, wagey. Maybe I'll give you like an apple fritter. And you know, I'm just fucking sick of it. The American dream was going to the store at 2 a.m. and doing your groceries. All right, I'm so sick of this fucking soy jack pilled fucking, oh, you know, actually this is fine that everything's closed now at night, cause you know it was losing the money anyway. Dude, fuck that. I want the ability to be able to work at night, and two, I want the ability to be able to shop at night, right? I'm so fucking sick of just, oh, you gotta go whenever it's profitable for these aspects. And like, the thing is, the night shift, right? Being open at night for the businesses that did it, it never lost them a profit. And what it did was it served them. It gained them a consistent and loyal customer base. So obviously the you know, decision calculated by corporate heads was, hey, what if we got rid of that? And we've just been living in the fucking shadow of the past with this one. Ever since we did that, it's been fucking downhill. All right, the fucking woke left took the fucking night from you, and it's just so depressing, right? Like, what am I supposed to do? All right, do you expect me to wake up at a reasonable time? Wrong. I fucking work. I have shifts where I work like 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. What the fuck are you talking about, right? Like, it is insane how like so much of our society is like, because so many jobs still you have to get off at like night, right? And if you're like me, you probably don't want to be tired at work all day and completely miserable. So what do? Oh, well, you know, you go to bed before you go to work, right? And you go to bed so that you wake up just before work, but with enough time to get like ready and like leave the house and shit. And these fucking corporate overlords just said, okay, but what if when you got off work there was nothing open? And it's just enough to make you want to kill your fellow man. Like, honestly, it's enough to just make you do it. Right? It is sickening how pretty much no one talks about how like fucked this is, right? Like, you just can't, if you want to do something on a work day, go fuck yourself. All right, get a different job, wagey. And I don't know. Does anybody else feel like that was like such a core American, right? Like, that was the American dream, right? And you know, I'm not saying like pre-COVID America was perfect, because things were still going pretty rapidly downhill. But is it better? I don't know. Like, what do we have now that we didn't? Besides, like, I guess gay rights were pre-COVID. Actually, yeah, no. Now that I think of it, things have just gotten worse. We don't. And I think everything, Trump blowing Bubba, that fucking horse, or Bill Clinton, depending on your interpretation. I think that really is where we went wrong. It wasn't with electing a certified rapist or anything like that. It was we weren't wrong when you couldn't go to Walmart at 2 a.m. anymore, right? And you might be saying like, oh well, Lilith, you're advocating for like these fucking big businesses. No, I'm advocating for having these big businesses let me shop after hours, right? Because like, oh yeah, it's bad to support Walmart, but Walmart needs to support me by letting me fucking get my party pack, for fucking D&D or whatever at fucking 2 a.m. right? It's so abhorrent that this is like a thing that people are mixed on. Like, absolutely not. Go fuck yourself, you stupid little trash trader, you stupid little class trader. All right, if you say no to letting the workers have chalky milk, procure chalky milk at like 2 a.m. through means that aren't like gas station, you're the devil, right? You're just the devil. This is this is the best thing we've ever done for society, right? A lot of people say like women's rights. No, women's wrongs. This woman wants the right to fucking go to Walmart at 2 a.m. right? And a part of me is joking, but part of me is also just like, it is astounding. Like, so many people have to work night shifts, right? So many people are functionally cut off from being able to do important tasks at night. And I'm just not having it. This is not cool, G. All right, that's the official Rantcraft stance on the subject. This is not cool, G. Leave it to the fucking United States corporatocracy to somehow make a shit situation even worse, right? We already had Mr. Pedo Rapist as president. Well, no, we had the other rapist that wasn't a pedophile, Joe Biden. And then fucking insult to injury, they're like, no more night shift. Who wants it? Fucking I'm flabbergasted. Well, I'm not surprised actually. It's not exactly like Americans doing something that doesn't benefit the lower class. Is exactly flabbergasting. Hold on, I know it's paused. I am looking for do waterlogged stairs grow crops. Can waterlogged stairs grow crops? Cannot grow crops even though source block beneath them. Prevent farmland. Fuck. God damn it. Slabs or stairs? Oh, carpets. Well, that'd be great if I had a consistent source of sheep, which I had the opportunity to get. But I denied myself it. If you told me that 2019 was like the best it'd get, I'd fucking blow my brains out. Oh my god. 2019 wasn't even a good year in 2019. And yet now so many like look at it with nostalgic eyes. And it's like, no, it was fucking garbage. We only tolerate 2019 after the fact because everything else was so much fucking worse. And I'm sick of this like fucking, oh, well, actually, 2019 was amazing. 2019 was like, it was like one of the most unfortunate years, right? Not even in terms of like things that happened, but just in terms of like how things were going. And I wish people would like understand that 2019 fucking sucked ass. It had nothing going for it except it was before our current president sort of Wait, no, 2019 was Trump. Okay, yeah, actually, never mind. Schittler was in charge, so actually, it was just as bad in pretty much every way. And people glaze the year 2019 because they were kids then, and that's really the only reason you can legitimately glaze 2019. Oh, you were a child then? Okay, that's acceptable, right? Because it would take a child to think that things were going well in 2019, right? That's not to say like it was a terrible year. It was just a shit one. Well, actually, I don't know. The things they were doing in 2019, like the worst part about 2019 was you could see every single thing that conservatives were going to do to ruin the lives of the working class. And you could see they said everything they did in Project 2020, they put in Project 2025. They said that. And Project 2025 had been in the works for a while, right? Like we were aware of that for a very long time. And yeah, people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't vote Kamala because she's like, well, I mean, she's a liberal, right? So she's like basically Adolf Hitler." And it's just enough to make you throw your face in a fucking the mini waffle iron that one vegan podcast guy does. The vegan hacks, like I waffle ironed the fucking who the fuck was Iago and Fred Fucks? If you know, you know. If you know, you indeed know, right? Because like and it's so painful to say that 2019 was better. Just because we knew just about everything that was going to happen to us way before, and then it just happened, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, actually, I could have never seen this coming." And if you were any sort of political, you saw it coming. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. All right, the rest of the video probably just going to be Minecraft. Let's be real. I want to finish this fucking expandable water farm thing I've got going on. There we go. And hopefully this will provide me nutrients in the coming winter. Except I don't think I install a winter mod. I installed so many mods that we're just gonna find out together. We're just gonna find out together what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yep. So each one has a little hole for it. These plants are far luckier than us. These plants have been with me through thick and thin, and they must die for that. Ugh. It is so disappointing that the one singular instance in which we had a little bit of tomfoolery was our fucking president giving a blowjob to Bill Clinton. And that scene from The Boys where Homelander is like, pull out A-Train's cock and blow him. that like, let's be real, if that did happen, which it's looking highly unlikely, I'm not going to say it's a 0% chance that he, got the Trumpy dumpy slappy toppy, but it's just so fucking disappointing that like that's the highlight of the year. I mean, because like everything else, and I talk to like liberals at work, and they're like, "Wow, look at this thing Trump's doing," and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so like," I hear people that are like so shocked, Republicans, etc. All these fucking non-political people who don't actually pay attention to politics. Not to insult them, they're fine. They're doing their thing. They're good. Whatever. How and you know what? If you shame the proletariat for not being that fucking politically involved, I mean that's a little fair, because honestly, like, they are not participating or doing the active research. But most of them, like, you look at their schedules, and I mean, one, it's filled with vapid bullshit. Let's be real. Your average like worker is like, oh yeah, I've got to like get my 40 Labubus, and you know, I've got to binge this Netflix series or some shit, you know, that doesn't fucking matter. And I don't want to be an ass about it, but I was gonna say the complete opposite on this, but like I actually realized that like no, it's kind of fair to shame people for not knowing anything about the political environment. And you know, oh, more important than fucking blowing bubbles is the fact that the U.S. is considering invading Venezuela, which, you know, and not considering, they've slaughtered several Venezuelans, right? And obviously they're probably going to slaughter a lot more. And you know, it sucks, but like it is what it is. You know, at this point, every time I hear American news, I'm just like, I just gotta say, like, it is what it is. You know, fuck it, let it ride. Fucking, I can't deal with this political reality. Like, what am I? I see these fucking. Oh my god, that's a whole thing that I could get into. But anyway, I see these fucking fake communists saying like, oh my, or you know, the you know, the pretend fascist kinds. They're like, oh, we love the USSR. I'm not gonna get into that right now. I'm not getting into that. Anyway, they're like, oh, you know, they're doing all these things and fucking, it's actually like, why don't we say that the socialists involved or the people who are the most like left-wing, you know, positive political mainstream figures, why don't we use this opportunity to insult those people and say that they're like actually traitors or something? And it's like, this is why nobody does the things that, you know, people like us want. It's because you're insufferable. It's because like they can't, like, if a party right now tried to base itself and like get success from the types of people who call themselves communists, they would not get any votes ever. They would not be able to do anything because these people have proven themselves to be so fickle. They've proven themselves to be so useless that like there's no placing. Like, why would you say, oh yeah, I'm a communist, unless you're just like there for the passion, right? And you know, if you're just there for the passion, you aren't gonna get the votes, right? And you know, if you aren't gonna get the votes, nobody's going to invest in your campaign. And if nobody's going to invest in your campaign, you're fucked. You know, as much as it sucks, we do need outside money to fund campaign things, or rather, most things do. Maybe some fucking visionary communist super soldier will fucking, you know, oh my god, we actually don't need any outside money. We can just do this by like passing flyers on the street or like having soup kitchens or some gay shit for little, you know, pussy faggots. But in the interim, the rest of us in the real world know that ultimately you need money. You need money to do things. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, you know, it's just so annoying. I was just thinking about it. If that's gonna be the next video, no, the next video is gonna be making fun of centrists. And dude, I'm fucking hear it out the fucking crow's mouth. Even I'm insufferable. Even I'm like, oh, you're not left wing enough. I'm gonna make a whole video where I play Minecraft making fun of it. But dude, fucking that's out of the question. All right, that's not for today. Okay, anyway. So you know, there's like frequently this narrative that like, oh my god, it's so great that, you know, technology is gonna save us. Like you're talking about people about climate change, right? And they're like, oh well, you know, you brought up this problem, but actually they're working on this technology to you know, fix this problem. It's like, oh really? Well, I don't see it in my hands, and therefore it's fun. It might as well not be real, right? It doesn't exist yet, so it could not be possible, right? Like I think this like liberal fucking Ayn Rand fucking Jetsons fantasy that people have is absolutely insufferable, because like it's so just baseless. Like for so many things we just think that, oh, there must be a technological solution for it, there must be a way to fix that problem. But what if there isn't a way to fucking get all the plastic out of the ocean? What if that plastic that's in the ocean stays in the ocean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the things that we're thinking that we can just magic away, we can't, right? What if we're just stuck in our fucking reality as we know it, and there's no God who's gonna save us? There's no like Elon Musk type, right? And I hear this even from like leftists and like left-wing circles. They're like, oh my goodness, technology is gonna save us. Technology took away your ability to do your fucking laundry at night, right? Like it took your ability to go get something to eat at night after it made you work, right? Like, it is crucial that people understand that technology does not matter. It doesn't matter, right? It matters like on an individual basis, right? But societally, technology doesn't matter, because if we don't have good policies, it's only going to be a tool for evil, right? Like, okay, so who's going to be incentivized to use technology? Oh, well, I guess, mainstream, like, already dominant powers. Okay, so who's going to have the resources to implement this technology? Oh, the rich, the only class? Okay, awesome. Who is this going to benefit then? And then people somehow think that it's just gonna fucking wrap around to benefit them, when that's never been the case for the fucking rich, right? Nothing they do is done to benefit you. It might inadvertently benefit you, like, teach the people literacy so that they can work on their fucking slave farms. Yeah, I guess that does inadvertently, that does make you smarter. Oh my god, the oak sap problem. That was a whole tree. There's several trees. I got one jungle sap. Hey, Squiddy. Anyway, more on topic. It's just fucking sickening. It's just fucking, oh my god, yeah. Well, when Smelon Musk does this, he's gonna put you in a fucking slave factory using that plastic, not to save the planet, but to make him more money, right? These people, and it's not because like the rich are especially evil. I'm sure a lot of them individually are pretty great people. They're just in a system where they're benefited to do terrible things. And so eventually they functionally become bad people, even if, oh, well, he was like really nice to me. Like, that's so cool. I wish I had like enough of a fuck to give, right? And, all technology, like, it's all going the way of the light bulb. All it's going to do is make you work more. If AI becomes perfect, it can do everything. Do you think they're not going to just have you working with that fucking AI all the time? If you're lucky enough to have a job, right? Like, if assuming, and I'm not necessarily like crazy anti-AI, but I hate AI art because those people fucking annoy me. Not for any ethical reasons, not because like, oh, it's art theft. I don't even necessarily agree with that argument, because it's basically an automated collage maker that also notices patterns for the collage making. Whatever, I think that ultimately that's a big nothing burger, because people do like it's no different than just making a song from sampling a million different songs. I don't care on that argument. And the environmental argument, one, it probably won't always be that devastating. It might be. Don't get me wrong. But this isn't the techno optimist. Like, oh, it's not always. But like, let's be real. It probably won't stay as inefficient power-wise as it is. Number two is, the fucking power that it uses is so fucking like it's significant, but it's not it's not like gonna end, it's not gonna end the world. A lot of people are like, oh, all the water that uses, and that's the real argument I guess you could use, but like I just don't. I've seen a lot of the numbers for that, and I can't list them off the top of my head, but they haven't particularly convinced me or left any remarkable impression besides like, oh, that's a lot of water use, I guess. But no, my main concern with AI is that the people are annoying, right? And let's say we can magic plastic out of the environment, right? What's going to happen is literally just, okay, well, that's one problem out of the millions that we're causing, right? And because we don't have any laws requiring people to use this, right? If we don't implement the proper legal mechanisms to make things happen, then people are just going to do whatever they want. And what people want to do in a market-based economy is make some fucking moolah, right? I don't get why this is that hard for people to really understand, right? Like, as long as we just let people do whatever, they're going to do whatever benefits them the best. And that goes with every field and everything. And this isn't an anti-freedom stance or anything. It's more like, yeah, I just despise the sort of like fake optimist ignorance to just get over problems that they don't like hearing about, when in fact those problems are some big deep shit. And even in the perfect world where it's like, okay, the magical technology that turns all poop into edible food is here, okay, what happens after that? Oh, all the poop, you have to eat shit now because you're working class, and all the actual food gets super expensive. Like, I can't think of a technology that can't be turned into a fucking dystopian, like a dystopian apocalypse type shit, even if it's the best of intention. Because, like, well, what if that's more profitable? What if it's more profitable to use this thing in a way that's just like absolutely horrific? Even if it could be used to quote, save the world, it's probably not going to be used to do that unless it is something that can be sustained under a capitalist environment, or we eliminate the capitalist environment. And once people get that, once your average fucking Joe is saying the shit I'm saying, that's when these things will happen. And your average fucking Joe will get it through fucking cultural osmosis, right? We already have like a Zoran Mamdani, Mamdani, socialist mayor, and you might think like, oh well, he's like a plant and he's not as left. And like, one, oh my god, go outside. Like these people, oh, this candidate isn't fucking exactly what I want. What you want, the things that you believe, your average person probably wouldn't disagree with them if they heard them in a calm environment in which they were ready and able and willing to accept changing their mind. But if you said those things to a normal person, they would probably have a really stupid like counter, and then they think they're right even if you even if you went through all the arguments, they'd be like, oh well, your ideas in the public domain, right? Oh, or in the zeitgeist, not the public domain, but your ideas, it's not that they're indefensible, it's not even necessarily that they're bad. A lot of times they are bad because the people who purity test fucking like openly socialist mayors who don't really have that much wrong with them. I mean, Zoran's a little bit, he's not YIMBY enough. He's not NIMBY, but he's not YIMBY enough for me. But you don't see me fucking saying, oh my god, this fucking YIMBY, I need him, he's a fake, he was sent. This is the thing that fucking communists say about every goddamn political figure. They would say like, oh, they're controlled opposition. I'm getting into next video territory, because that's, or not next video after that. Oh, could I just cut these two? Can I just? No, I don't know if that's necessarily the thing to do. Anyway, it's been, oh my god, it's been 36 minutes that I've been fucking making this godforsaken form that I've been getting jungle wood. I just zoned out on the jungle wood thing. I completely forgot why I was doing that. Anyway, this has been another episode of Rantcraft. Next episode, I'm going to go into the fucking, your fucking normie centrism that is just dick riding conservatives, or rather, your people who just resemble conservatives a little too much, even if they aren't. Thank you so much for watching. And, fuck Israel, bye!